Hello everyone, I am Vandana Shukla, Master Trainer of IELTS. So today's video is actually a reading strategy, and this reading strategy is for all the students, those who are preparing at home. Yes, during this corona pandemic, most of the students are actually not stepping out of their house, they are preparing online, or they are sitting at home and doing their practice. But there are certain things that as a student you need to follow, because you don't have anyone to hold you, or you don't have anyone to keep an eye on you like it's used to be in the institute. So these are 5 strategies that I'm going to discuss with you, and please ensure that you follow this. These are real help for all the students if you're preparing at home. So the first thing is time yourself. So when I say time yourself, it doesn't mean that you have to finish your reading in 60 minutes. It means that whenever you start your reading, just time पे आप अपनी reading start करें. It's not that morning, evening, afternoon time. I'm talking about like specific 2 o'clock or whatever time, 3:30, 3:35. So whatever time you're starting your reading, just write down on the top of the page like 3:35. Okay, that's your start time of reading. And then finish your reading. Do not look at the watch. Finish your reading, and then when whatever time you finish your reading, that's your end time. And let's say you finished your reading by 3:55. So you have actually extended 60 minutes, but that's not a problem. What is good in this? The good thing is, if you monitor your time on a daily basis, or if you monitor your time on each reading that you do, you should actually observe a change, that this excess should gradually reduce down to 60 minutes only. And it will actually reduce down, because I have seen the student, those are beginners or those are just started reading, they actually take more than 1 hour, like 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. It's absolutely okay. I don't want you to actually get stressed on this, because reading itself is a stress. So just time yourself, and gradually you will notice that you have reduced down the time. And if your time is not reducing, let's say when I say gradually, it should not be more than 10 reading tests. So on an average, if your reading is the time in the reading is reducing, let's say maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 reading tests, it's fine. But if the time duration is still the same, then you need to work on your strategy of answering the questions, not the time management. Maybe the way you're answering the questions, that's going wrong. Next thing is, check answers in the end. Yes, this is one of the things that I have noticed, that I give online classes for IELTS. So I have seen that my students, sometimes they come up and tell me, ma'am, when we are preparing at home, so we don't complete the entire 40 questions, and maybe just when we complete one set of questions, let's say in the beginning they have 6, 7, fill in the blanks, so true, false, passage 1. So they say, ma'am, we check the answers. So as soon, whenever they complete one passage or one set of questions or one type of questions, students have a tendency to check their answers, which was not happening when they were giving this test in the institute. Institute में क्या होता था? What used to happen in the institute? You were given the question papers and you were given the 1 hour of time to complete it. आपके पास आंसर्स नहीं होते थे, and you used to actually complete all the 40 questions. But यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? You can check your answers on your own. So instead that you should actually complete 40 questions and then check your answers, students have the liberty and they actually check it, which is a complete no. Why? If you check your answers in the end, first thing, you don't get demotivated in between. Okay, because let's say आपने true false करे and there were 7 true false and you only got 2 corrected, so other motivation is there down. You feel like, okay, I should close it right now and I do it later on. So please ensure that you check your answers in the end and not in between. And I'm telling you, with this practice you will be able to manage your time also, because अगर आपने यहीं पे break दे दिया, so you are increasing your time here. So ensure that you check your answers in the end. Now, the third important point while you're preparing at home is, Use answer sheets to write your answers. Please do not just take up, okay, I have a notebook here with me. Just do not take up, any page of a notebook or anywhere, just start writing. You should actually use the answer sheets that are given by IELTS or that are given by British Council. You will find these sheets on the back of the most of the Cambridge books, and you can get these sheets online. These sheets are those sheets which you actually get on your real testing. So it's advisable that you should always use these answer sheets. If you can see the image, this is the answer sheet that I'm talking about. So please get these sheets printed and start writing your answers in these answer sheets. And please, once you complete one test, all 40 questions, and you have marked it, just don't throw it into the bin. You should keep the record with you. You should check that later on. You should actually check that what's your average. Not just ma'am, I'm getting 29, ma'am, sometimes I get 25, sometimes I get 32. The best thing is check the average. Okay, on an average, what is your score? Are you getting 7 bands? Are you getting 7.5? Are you getting 6 or 6.5? Please work on the average. Don't consider, okay, sometimes I get 32, so 32 is my benchmark. But suddenly I get 25 and 25 is my benchmark now. And that's not the right strategy. Okay, so coming back to the point is, please use answer sheets. You will develop the practice of writing in those columns. You will develop the practice of writing into that specific space. And that's a very good practice. Now coming to the third point. Do not mark everything. I have to actually put it into 2 lines because I have seen students, again, you don't have anyone to guide you. I remember, in my institute, if I'm there, I would ensure that the student is not marking all the lines. You should know that what you should mark and what you should not mark. Because if you're marking everything, yes, it leads to a lot of confusion. जब आप पैसेज पढ़ लेते हैं, आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ लेते हैं, आपने पूरा क्वेश्चन भी मार्क कर दिया, आपने उससे रिलेटेड जो भी पैसेज में जो पैराग्राफ या जो लाइंस हैं, आपने पूरी लाइंस को ही मार्क कर दिया, तो व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई. So I would say that we should mark specifically certain words which have a meaning. Okay, don't mark words like this, that, is, to, on, off. Please do not mark all these words. Only mark the words that are helpful for you, so that you avoid a lot of confusion. And actually, I think the clean work is much better than a spoiled or everything marked. Okay, the fifth point, I think that's most important for me, and I always, 3 times I said this, I always rely on this. I do not give my students anything else, and that is authentic study material. Yes, authentic study material is the most important thing. While you're preparing at home, do not think, okay, I will Google something, I will write IELTS reading mock test, IELTS reading papers, and then you get some websites, and no offenses to the website, but you don't know whether it's authentic or no, and what's the recent pattern coming right now, and you practice anything that comes across to you. But that's a wrong strategy. There is no harm in approaching any institute. There is no harm in taking help from your friends, but ensure that you always practice from authentic study material. The image that you're seeing right now is the authentic study material. These study materials students get actually when they get themselves registered, or when they actually fill for their test. They get it by post from IDP or British Council. So ensure that you follow these books, and these books are more than enough to prepare yourself for IELTS. Okay. So again, summing up everything what I have told you right now. First thing, time yourself, because it helps you to manage yourself or time manage yourself. Check answers in the end so that your motivation doesn't go down. Use answer sheets to write your answers, so that you know that on the exam day I will be getting this sheet only, and that's how I'll practice. Do not mark everything. Please do not spoil the books or do not spoil the question paper. Just mark something that you should know that what's important to be marked. I have actually, if you just see one of my videos, I think it was IELTS 14 test 2. Yes, I have uploaded one of the videos in which I have shown my students that how do I teach them. And it's a complete, that's a complete live class video. I think you should check out that video. And it will show that I have not marked everything and what is the right strategy of answering to the questions. Next is have authentic study material, which we get from IDP or British Council, and these are actually past test papers. The recent book that is there in the market is IELTS 15, and so far there are 15 books, which is IELTS 1 to IELTS 15, and IELTS 15 is the recent one. So ensure that you follow these strategies if you are struggling to get to the desired score. If you are struggling that while at home I am not getting the good trainer, so do not hesitate to contact us on the below mentioned number. Thank you so much and keep studying hard.